Okay, I've already made a video of this particular computer over here, but I'm going to make another one because the first video was recorded with the camcorder up there. I wonder if I turn on the video light, yeah, it doesn't really do anything. That's just a fart in a whirlwind. But the camcorder up there, the Sony with the back capacitors, so it didn't really come out too well, and it was in the middle of the night, so it came out even worse. And I don't even think the video really came out too well to begin with. But anyway, here it is. This is the Asus M51e laptop computer that I picked out of a scrap pile. I'm expecting it not to work because it's relatively new. You can see it's got glossy plastics, and that's been a relatively new invention for computers. That's an unfortunate invention, but such is the way that things go. Imagine my surprise when I find that the thing works almost perfectly fine. We'll take a little bit of an overview. It's got 4 USB ports, which is rather interesting. This thing was not cheap when it was new, which, again, only serves to be a surprise when you consider that this thing was left for dead. It's got, what is that? Is that express card? Yeah, it's the express card, but this blank doesn't go. There we go. It's an express card slot. Of course, I'll never use that, because I don't have an express card. It's got an S-video output, which is pretty cool. Firewire, VGA, modem, Ethernet, your usual stuff. Notice that there's no optical drive on this side, though, which is where it usually is. 2 more USB ports, power. There's a Kensington lock somewhere on here. I think, is it on this side? No, it might be on the other side. Yeah. Oh, that's not Kensington lock. What is that? I'm not really sure. As I busily try and break absolutely everything I possibly can. No, it is Kensington lock. That's what that is. And then the optical drive is over here for some reason. I don't know why they did that. It's kind of strange. There's a wireless switch on the front. And curious, this webcam, it's actually a swiveling webcam. Swivels almost 360 degrees, which is pretty cool. This thing's got a hard latch as well, which makes it rather difficult to open with one hand. I have done it before. Guess I can't do it with one hand this time. Go ahead and open it up. Once again, glossy display. Looks like the keyboard has also... I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Maybe if I turn the light on. You might be able to see the keyboard has imprinted itself on the display. So there's that swiveling webcam. It doesn't quite turn 360 degrees, but it's pretty close. It's not a very good webcam, although this thing would certainly lead you to believe that by saying it's a high-resolution webcam. Yeah, 640 by 480, high resolution. Well, that's not really that bad, because a camera is only as good as the lens that you put in front of it, so you could say it's high-resolution all you want. You could make it, like, 2560 by 1440, and it'd still be a piece of crap, because the lens is a piece of crap. This is rubbing off. We can see that it's a Core 2 Duo T5750. Can't really see much else about it. 2 gigs of RAM. I think I got 4 installed in it now. It might only be 2. I'll have to have a look. And it's running Windows 7. It would have come with Windows Vista. And there's a Centrino logo. No battery, which is not really a good thing, but it doesn't have a battery. I use this for my outdoor low-end radio broadcasts. Let's see it come on. There's the BIOS. Bringing in. Could go into it. Let's go into the setup. You can hear the CPU fan, I guess. I did look. There is not an updated BIOS for this machine. 2 GHz CPU even. And yep, 4 gigs of RAM. The date and time is actually correct through some miracle. Make sure that everything else is correct. IDE configuration. Funny, you call it IDE, but it's serial ATA. It's got a Hitachi 160 gig hard drive in it right now. It's operating in AHCI mode. Start Easy Flash. Let's not do that. Pointing device enabled, post sound, and you can get speaker volume. Just like the Sony laptops, this thing has that. That's all pretty straightforward stuff. Everything in here is really straightforward. So, didn't make any changes, so we can just exit that. And it should boot into Windows. Outside of the summer months, this thing really doesn't see a whole lot of use, because it doesn't have a battery, so I can't use it for portable purposes. And also the fact that I've got so many other machines that need my attention, this thing falls to the back burner. Arguably, it's a good thing that this thing is as reliable as it is. This means I don't have to touch it. I'm going to have to enter in my password. Okay, as you can see, it's not really configured too much. Still using the default background. I haven't changed it yet. You can see no battery. Connected to my wireless. This thing will need some updates because it hasn't been running a long time. Unfortunately, the mouse button here doesn't work very well, which I'm sure you can tell. Once you get it to click once, it gets a little bit better. I did customize it a little bit so we can see. I've got the OEM info installed. Not very high on the Windows Experience Index, but not too bad either. Go ahead and have a look at what's in the Device Manager. Not very happy about a couple base system devices. Don't really know what that is. Probably chipset stuff that I really don't care about. Here's our Hitachi hard drive. Intel 965 chipset. USB 2.0 camera, which tells you how that's hooked up. After us, Ethernet and Intel wireless. Of course, it's Centrino, so it's got the Intel wireless. Dual-core CPU. High-definition audio device. I don't remember who makes it. I don't think it's Analog Soundmax, so it actually sounds decent. I think the only other thing that I'm really going to do is maybe make a recording off of that webcam. Just to go ahead and show you a little bit of, well, I don't even need to do that, and I can go into one of these programs. We can have a look at the quality of the webcam, if it'll let me. Let's see. Well, there we go. Preview's down there, so we can go ahead and shift to it. And you can see, you can get an idea just as to what it looks like, which is kind of a piece of crap, but low frame rate too. But it doesn't look too bad for a webcam. I've never really been much of a big fan of webcams in general. They don't usually work too well. Okay, well, that was a short little video. People have been asking for computer videos, so there's another one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it made more sense. I forgot to note the fingerprint sensor in the middle there, which I don't use. And the hotkeys up at the top. What if these even work? I don't think so. That might be one of the base system devices that it doesn't like. Those really don't seem to do anything. The hard drive light is there. So are the keyboard lock indicators. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then.